What is up, players and losing your mom's basement? It's your man Killa Elite here, your favorite gamer Fuzion partner, bringing you a Titanfall gameplay on the map Relic on Xbox One. This is a new, obviously a Titanfall gameplay, but it's a Destiny Spotlight, which means my new installment of Destiny Spotlight about how, you know, a new game coming out, obviously Bungie's baby coming out, you know, obviously more information released at E3 2014 in Los Angeles, California, United States of America, North America, the Earth, the Milky Way galaxy. But anyway, yes, we're going to get in some Destiny Spotlight, talking about how the game's been so far, what we've seen. If you guys haven't seen that Destiny Devil's Lair Strike mission that's come out from like IGN and whatnot, we'll put the link to that video in the description. I'm going to talk about it. I'm obviously going to do a breakdown a little bit later, or probably like today or tomorrow. I'm going to do a breakdown of it. And let's get started. I've recorded this commentary 3 times, and every time I'll get to 12 minutes, and then I'll end it because that's how long the commentary is, and then all of a sudden it doesn't record all the voice, which is starting to piss me off. But anyway, guys, let's get into some Destiny Spotlight. So, as you see in the early gameplay of Destiny Devil's Lair Strike, you can see that you will take on different types of tough missions in the game. Bungie explains that co-op strike tasks 3 guardians, you and your most trusted pals, to face wave after wave of enemies, culminating in an epic boss battle. The rewards are plenty should you and your fire team succeed. For fans of the most competitive side of multiplayer, Bungie community manager David DJ Dag also announced that Destiny's PvP, player vs player, will be playable at this year's E3 2014. Head of community Eric Osborne says Bungie will be offering a huge slice of content for all players to get their hands on. Additionally, new details for pre-order incentives have been announced. GameStop Power-Up Rewards members who pre-order Destiny at retail stores nationwide will receive the GameStop exclusive upgraded Sparrow. This in-game customized red color personal transport features an upgraded boost, faster speed, and a higher durability than the standard Sparrow. The exclusive upgraded Sparrow will put GameStop's Power-Up Rewards members ahead of the game when Destiny launches on September 9th, 2014, of course, this year. Destiny developer Bungie teases that it's coming in the very near future with a short Instagram video featuring the heroic music and spaceships. Judging by the on-screen press X to play, it might also be our first look at Destiny's start menu. The studio writes, tomorrow we see a Guardian choose their mission. As some of you might know, an embargo lifts tomorrow on an influx of Destiny news from varying outlets. We'll be learning a lot more about the game and most likely to get to see how of action as well. The first strike mission I played in Destiny presented a familiar feel from previous first-person shooters made by Bungie, but with a dash of something new. For all intents and purposes, Destiny sounds massive. It's a world filled with strife and opportunity to craft a legendary hero. Distinct focused paths and special abilities distinguish the different character classes of Hunter, Titan, and Warlock. But the slice of gameplay I played on PS4, and hopefully soon to play on Xbox One, only filled in a small part of a much bigger picture. And though I enjoyed it, there's still so much to see. Our 3-man team spawned inside what appeared to be an instance or campaign-like space. This wasn't one of Destiny's proclaimed patrol areas, a public space where players can stumble into other wandering guardians, fire teams, and shared events. Our mission was to explore a dilapidated ship refinery within Old Russia, the same area we saw at E3 2014, and locate the Devil's Lair, a name that hinted at potentially ominous possibilities. As we wandered in this dusty facility during broad daylight, I couldn't help but notice how quietly conveyed the broken state of affairs on Earth, but we didn't have much time to take it all in. Enemy patrols outside the refinery welcomed us as rounds of weapon fire. In line with Bungie's previous work on the Halo series, both the Fallen and the Hive behave in interesting and often believable movement patterns. The scavenger, like Fallen, slinked back and forth behind cover and tried to flush us out with coordinated fire. The heavily armored Hive Knights were much more aggressive and, combined with support from smaller ranks, displayed a much more close-up and personal attack preference. Kind of like the elites with the grunts, or the brutes with the grunts and whatnot, and the jackals. Fallen and Hive captains posed the biggest potential threats with extended health and stronger weapons that made them formidable foes. I played through the strike mission 5 times during my hands-on time with Destiny, and special abilities were the standout part of the experience, allowing me to unleash potent powers that disrupted foes in the battlefield. Every time I used my Guardian's special ability, I couldn't help but feel showered by its alluring waves of strength. In one area of the Devil's Lair, my 3-person fire team was outnumbered. Members of the Fallen and the Hive quickly encroached on my squad as an AI companion tried to quickly hack intelligence from some Fallen equipment. With few options left, I decided it was time to tap in and unleash the beastly special move. In a flash, my female hunter summoned a purple-colored arc blade, and the camera switched to third-person view. From that point, I ran around in this new perspective and sliced up the competition with satisfying swings of my energy blade. My teammates unleashed equally impressive special abilities of their own. The Titan threw up a purple shield called the Ward of Dawn, and it soaked in enemy shots and provided emergency cover for our squad. The Warlock jumped up and unleashed a Nova Bomb, a bolt of energy that exploded and sent enemies skyward. So yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. Yeah, so now let's get into some things about the controls. Sorry, for Destiny. Obviously, the controls, the touch. This is for the PS4 controller, as they haven't played it for Xbox One yet. But the touchscreen thing will be Summon Ghost. whatever that task is still left to be. Access inventory will be the start button. The left analog stick will be move. Obviously, the right analog stick will be look. Square or X, square or X will be I'm pretty sure reload. Swap will be triangle or Y, like hold weapons or whatever, or get into vehicles. B or circle will be crouch, and A or X will be jump or something like that. The emotes or their special abilities, things like that, grenades and whatnot, will be in the upper right button. Bumpers will be melee, and other buttons will be the fire and look down sight and whatnot. The emotes or D-pad will be probably special abilities, grenades, etc., all sorts of things. We'll left to see that. But even though none were quite on the same as the Towering Titan's electric smoke ability in Titanfall, the spectacle and payoff for using these rewarding Street Fighter-esque move felt incredibly distinct. My favorite one had to be the Golden Gun, a 100 specific special ability that summoned a powerful golden-hued pistol, which caused enemies to disintegrate into a shower of particles. From what I could tell, none of these abilities fit the MMO mold of a standard healer role or something akin to shared fireteam buffs. But I believe that could be a design, since Bungie lead investment designer Tyson Green characterized the three classes as more akin to hybrid DPS. However, that doesn't mean there isn't a shared advantage to this ability. In moments where specials are used efficiently, orbs of light, glowing particles that refill your teammates' special meters faster, were a helpful way to keep my squad charged and ready to fight. Destiny revels in empowered character choices, decisions that let players inevitably build a fully customized legendary hero. Distinct character focus gave me access to a variety of different special moves, as well as both active and passive abilities. Regardless of the primary race or class, each Guardian sported multiple slots of armor, a 3-weapon limit, and the grenades to round out the arsenal. My team and I rolled through Old Russia with rifles, pistols, futuristic large machine guns, rocket launchers, and multiple grenade types. Let's get the party started, right? One gun that stood out during my brief time with Destiny had the hand cannon, a precision magnum-like pistol ripped from the pages of spacefaring wrestling. Its loud companion dropped alien threats quickly and captured the essence of Halo's DMR into a different portable form. Sadly, I wasn't as impressed with the selection of automatic bursts and single-shot rifles I had to axe to. They felt weaker than I expected. But given all the possible weapon permutations, including the ability to acquire weapons at the Tower's marketplace, I'm not convinced I won't eventually find some worthy successor to Halo's battle rifle. Strike missions have an obvious combat focus, but there's a funnier side of the world in Destiny. I toyed around with emotes that were mapped in the D-pad. Naturally, I participated in a few dance-offs after we cleared out the section of the room. One of my squad mates wondered if other forms of entertainment, including a space disco, could possibly be part of the tower. Unfortunately, we still haven't seen this shared and important space. Strike missions in Destiny look great, but they present a familiar campaign meets firefight vibe that we already knew Bungie was capable of. However, the patrol mission alluded to an even bigger picture. Sadly, we didn't get to play these yet. With so many elements like competitive multiplayer and other features to explore, there's a lot more to Destiny, and we can finally get the whole picture of just how big it is soon enough. Yes, so that's really all the information I have for right now. But I want to see, I want to do a breakdown of how kind of the things. So it kind of seems like it's a lot like Halo, as I said. But I want to talk about this cool thing is that, he said that the guns weren't as good and they weren't as high tech and whatnot as he hoped, but he said you can buy things at the Tower Marketplace. That sounds very, very interesting. I think it kind of meets kind of like Assassin's Creed with Halo with Grand Theft Auto, because you're buying stuff at marketplaces. I wonder how much free roaming you'll be able to get, kind of like Assassin's Creed or Grand Theft Auto, but at the same time it's like a futuristic feel of Halo, and you'll be able to fight some kind of, it sounds like the Hive or this Fallen or some kind of international or universal police force, but they sound like they're corrupt and bad, like the aliens that came and ruined Earth, made it impoverished and crippled their government and their economic systems, are these bad guys, but they patrol as police, kind of like the stormtroopers for the Empire kind of thing. It sounds like that, and these guardians and whatnot are the remnants of Earth's armies and rebels and whatnot, and they're fighting for freedom against this extraterrestrial force of some sort, police force. And about obviously that extraterrestrial police force in there, and they said that it had a very Halo feel to it. As I said before, Destiny's gonna be really, really interesting about this whole marketplace thing and going on missions. But as I said before, having this whole thing where you have people. Bungie's used to making Halo. I mean, now it's taken over by 343 Industries, but Destiny is used to making Halo, and I think that's why they got the whole futuristic feel. But hopefully there's something new, there's something interesting, there's some new stuff going on, and that'll be pretty awesome to see about that. That's cool. But I mean, it's just the same thing with Daniel Craig in Harry Potter. People see him and they're like, oh, well, that's Harry Potter. You know, that's the guy who played Harry Potter. Well, his name was Daniel Craig. I mean, I met him. He's a really nice guy. But I mean, people just see him as Harry Potter. Bruce Willis, you know, you think of him, you think of Die Hard. Daniel Craig, you think of him, you think of, you know, Contagion or James Bond. It's just the same thing, you know. When people stick to a certain role for a while or do things for a while, people think, you know, Bungie, Halo. Now it's 343 Halo. So people get a little bit confused. So, you know, but Bungie's probably a little bit, you know, they're still in that futuristic mode. They're trying to make a good game. They're trying to get away from the whole Halo universe because, you know, it was their child for a long time, and Xbox was like child services. They came around and said, you know what? Well, I mean, Bungie wanted to like stop right now and wanted to make a new kind of series because they thought the story was done. But Xbox didn't want the story to be done because it was selling copies, and it was a very good video game that everybody enjoyed and still enjoy, and hopefully 343 will make it good. But it was like Xbox was child services, and they said, boom, Bungie, I want your child named the Halo franchise, and, you know, you can sell the rights to it and everything like that, and we'll take it from you. But yeah, I mean, the Destiny looks very, very interesting with all its, you know, out things. It's going to have a different effect than Halo, obviously, but it's going to have a kind of like a same futuristic feel of Halo, but with this whole free roam Assassin's Creed kind of feel that, you know, you're buying guns in a marketplace, you're doing all sorts of things when you're playing it. And, you know, hopefully they release some more information of Destiny around E3 2014, because otherwise I won't be able to do any more Destiny Spotlight. Maybe, obviously, I'm going to do a video breakdown of the Devil's Lair, but it's gonna be interesting to see how it's going to happen. How it's going to happen, how it's going to play out, how it's going to work. But I mean, for fans of this game and for fans of Halo, I definitely suggest you go and buy this game. This game looks sick. We're going to see how it happens. We're going to see how you're going to be able to permutations of your weapons. Obviously, maybe in some more videos. I'm going to break down that Devil's Lair video for you guys. And anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this commentary. This is Killer Elite, or Elite Gaming Network. Remember, guys, Gamer Fusion. Empower your gaming.